Before you order your next drive-thru meal, stop and listen. Because in 2025, the fast food world isn't just changing, it's crumbling. Some of the most iconic chains in America are spiraling into chaos. Bankruptcy filings, mass closures, and ghost town parking lots where loyal customers used to line up. And here's the part no one's saying out loud. Your favorite place to grab a quick bite? It might already be on life support. Today, we're uncovering 7 fast food chains losing customers fast in 2025. And the stories behind their collapse are more shocking than you think. From corporate misfires to customer backlash, what's happening behind the counter is more than just bad business. It's the end of an era. You're watching Frugal Daily, where we dig deep into the truth behind what's happening at your favorite stores, restaurants, and everything in between. So make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss what could save you money or disappointment. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the very end, because the #1 chain on this list is going through a full-blown identity crisis, closing hundreds of stores quietly while pretending everything's fine. Let's jump in. 7. Bagger Dave's, from 26 to 5. There was a time when Bagger Dave's felt like the next big thing. Gourmet burgers, craft beer, and that cool hometown vibe that made you want to come back. It started as a Midwestern gem with big dreams, expanding to 26 locations and branding itself as a fresh, elevated twist on classic fast food. But fast forward to 2025 and reality has hit hard. Only 5 locations remain. That's not a slowdown, that's a nosedive. Behind the scenes, it was a mess of failed makeovers, leadership changes, menu simplifications, attempts to modernize. But nothing clicked. Loyal customers drifted away, and the brand slowly disappeared from the public eye. Investors backed out, locations quietly shut down, and now? You could drive past one and not even realize it's still open. In a world where people chase speed, quality, and familiarity, Bagger Dave's landed in the worst possible place: forgettable. And in this business, if people forget you, you're done. Did you ever try Bagger Dave's back when it was growing fast? Was it a local favorite in your area? Or maybe you saw it disappear without warning? Let us know in the comments. 6. Bertucci's, a second slice of bankruptcy. For decades, Bertucci's was more than just a place to grab pizza. It was part of the neighborhood. With its signature brick oven, cozy booths, warm bread rolls, and the smell of roasted garlic filling the air, it became a go-to spot in the Northeast for families, first dates, and post-game celebrations. The lights were dim, the pizza was hot, and the vibe felt like a piece of old-school Italian comfort, the kind that's getting harder to find. But charm doesn't keep the lights on. After filing for bankruptcy a second time in 2022, the company struggled to recover. And now, in 2025, closures have accelerated, especially across Massachusetts and New Jersey. Many longtime customers showed up only to find dark dining rooms and handwritten "For Lease" signs taped to the door. What was once a familiar gathering place is now just another name slipping quietly into the past, lost to rising costs, changing habits, and a lack of meaningful reinvention. Did you grow up with a Bertucci's in your town? Do you remember the smell of that fresh pizza hitting the table? Or maybe your local one just vanished overnight? Drop your story in the comments. And if you've watched a beloved restaurant disappear like this. 5. TGI Fridays. The party's over. There was a time when stepping into TGI Fridays felt like walking into a celebration. Neon signs lit the walls, music filled the air, and the energy was contagious. The kind of place where birthdays were loud, drinks were colorful, and appetizers just kept coming. It wasn't just another chain restaurant. It was a destination. With flare-covered uniforms and big personalities behind the bar, Fridays delivered something rare: casual dining that actually felt fun. But fast forward to 2025, and that spark has all but vanished. After filing for bankruptcy in late 2024, the brand quietly closed 30 more locations, leaving just around 100 standing in the entire country. The once buzzing vibe now feels empty. Foot traffic has dried up. The once trendy decor now feels stuck in a past that people no longer relate to. And the menu? It hasn't evolved with the times. Diners today want either fast and cheap or fresh and elevated. And TGI Fridays delivers neither. Caught between eras and unsure of what it stands for, the brand feels like it's waiting for a crowd that just isn't coming back. Was TGI Fridays ever part of your weekly routine? A post-shift hangout? A birthday dinner with friends? Or have you also felt the vibe shift into something hollow? Drop your memories or frustrations in the comments below. 4. Boston Market. The oven's off. There was a time when Boston Market felt like the perfect fix for a home-cooked meal without the cleanup. Rotisserie chicken spinning in full view, buttery cornbread, and sides that tasted like they came straight from Grandma's kitchen. It was the weeknight lifesaver for busy families. During the holidays, lines wrapped around the block. It wasn't just food, it was comfort you could count on. But in 2025, that warm glow has dimmed to a flicker. The chain is now tangled in lawsuits, unpaid rent, and sudden closures. In some cities, landlords have literally padlocked the doors. And for the few locations still open, customers describe cold meals, missing menu items, and service so slow it feels like time stands still. What once promised home-style goodness now delivers disappointment on a paper tray. Boston Market didn't just fall behind, it stopped showing up. Did you and your family ever rely on Boston Market for quick dinners or holiday takeout? Have you noticed it disappearing from your area or seen one boarded up recently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this one brings back memories, good or bad, Steak and Shake, 7-year slow burn. For decades, Steak and Shake was a slice of Americana. Red booths, chrome finishes, hand-dipped milkshakes, and steak burgers made to order. It wasn't fast food. It wasn't fine dining. It was something in between, and it worked. Families would linger over fries, late-night crowds would pack in after ball games, and everything felt just familiar enough to keep you coming back. But behind the counter, the cracks were forming. Since 2018, over 200 locations have shut down, and in 2025, that trend hasn't slowed, it's accelerated. Franchisees walked away. Drive-through wait times became unbearable, and the food? Inconsistent at best. Somewhere along the way, Steak and Shake lost the formula that made it special. The quality dipped, the vibe faded, and the brand got caught between trying to be retro and becoming irrelevant. Now, it feels like they're holding on by a thread, hoping nostalgia is enough to cover for everything they've lost. Did you grow up with a Steak and Shake in your town? Was it your go-to for late-night milkshakes or weekend meals with the family? Or have you noticed the decline over the years? Share your experience in the comments. 2. Red Lobster, a sea of trouble. For generations, Red Lobster carried a certain prestige, the kind of place you'd dress up for where dinner felt like an occasion. Shrimp cocktail in a chilled glass, buttery lobster tails on silver platters, and of course, the Cheddar Bay biscuits that somehow stole the show every time. It was the closest many families came to a fancy seafood dinner, and for a long time, that combination of affordable luxury and consistent quality kept the dining rooms full. But that illusion of stability has shattered. In May of 2024, Red Lobster filed for bankruptcy. And the wave of closures that followed hasn't stopped. Dozens of locations have already shut down, with plans to shutter up to 129 more in 2025 alone. Rising seafood costs crushed margins. Corporate leadership made questionable decisions. And the restaurant's once cozy, upscale atmosphere now feels frozen in time, dated, dim, and detached from modern dining expectations. Even their legendary promotions, like endless shrimp, couldn't generate enough traffic to stop the bleeding. The reality is brutal. Red Lobster has become a sinking ship, and it's going down fast. Did you ever celebrate something big at Red Lobster? Maybe a graduation, a family night out, or even your first real date? Or has it been years since you last walked through those doors? Let us know in the comments. 1. Wendys, the biggest shock of 2025. This one hits differently because no one expected Wendys to stumble this hard, this fast. For years, it stood out in the fast food world with its fresh, square burgers, clever social media comebacks, and no-nonsense approach to quality. It had attitude. It had speed. It had a loyal following. But somewhere between 2024 and 2025, the red-haired icon of fast food SaaS ran headfirst into a brick wall, and the damage has been brutal. In 2024 alone, Wendys shut down 240 locations across the U.S., 140 in November and another 100 in May. That would be bad enough, but what truly pushed customers over the edge was the launch of dynamic pricing, a system that adjusts menu prices based on the time of day. Lunch at noon? One price. Same meal at 6 p.m.? Suddenly more expensive. It felt less like innovation and more like punishment for being hungry at dinner time. The backlash was immediate. Social media exploded, loyalty eroded, and customers began asking a dangerous question. Is Wendy's still worth it? Have you noticed fewer Wendy's in your area? Have you ever walked in and felt the menu prices were higher than expected? Drop your thoughts below for more honest looks behind the curtain of your favorite restaurants. We're not done digging yet, and the next story we uncover might change where you eat next. So, what about you? Did one of your favorite fast food spots make the list? Or were you already watching these chains slowly fall apart? We want to hear your thoughts, your memories, your disappointments, your local closures. Drop a comment below and tell us what's really happening where you live. And while you're down there, don't forget to tap that like button. Subscribe to Frugal Daily and turn on notifications. Because every week, we uncover the truth behind what's happening in your favorite stores, restaurants, and everyday spending. If you care about where your money goes, this is the place to be. More eye-opening stories are on the way. And the next one? It might just change the way you eat, shop, or think about the brands you've trusted for years. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, stay sharp.